Vanakkam all, I am Gomes from Cubensquare. One of my e-commerce customer from Mauritius, they are currently having their applications like payment services, order processing services, notification services, all these applications running on top of Kubernetes. And as a part of auto-scaling, they are using the traditional method, which is Kubernetes HPA, horizontal pod autoscaler, so which scales up and scales down based on the CPU and memory utilization. So now the ask from the customer is there any way that we can use some other scaling method based on the real-time event and not just the CPU and memory alone? Because they have faced some issues recently when the number of customers were increasing, when the number of order placements were increased, but the CPU and memory didn't give the proper alerting stuff and the scaling didn't happen properly. So they wanted to consult with me to understand is there any other options. So that's where I came across KEDA, which is Kubernetes event-driven auto scaling. So it is based on real-time events. So it's not about the traditional way of auto scaling based on CPU and memory alone. So let's say using the external services like databases, message queues, Kafka, RabbitMQ, cloud services, and all these things. So when you have the messages from those external systems, when they are increasing, is it possible to auto scale? That's where the KEDA comes in. But the thing is, see, no need to use KEDA if you fall under below category. That is not that for all the applications KEDA is a solution. No. Kubernetes HPA itself will serve those things. For an example, let's say you have an application which is totally based on CPU and memory application. Your application is stable and predictable loads. You know how many number of users will be logging this month or next month or even by November, Thanksgiving Day. 5,000 users will be logging in. Okay, that is predictable. Then internal metrics like Kubernetes, CPU, memory, and all these internal metrics. Mainly, you do not have a scaling based on external systems like message queues, cloud services, databases, etc. If these are the cases, you no need to go for KEDA at all. The Kubernetes HPA itself will serve your request. For this particular customer, as we started with KEDA, I am trying to have it analyzed from the local system. So I have KEDA application installed in my local laptop. I have the sample applications as well, so that when I just inject loads to the application, I should see that how the KEDA is actually helping to auto scale my application, auto scale my pod, not just based on the CPU and memory, rather when the load is getting increased at the application level. And for this, I'm using a simple deployment. I've just written a simple deployment.yaml with the image RabbitMQ. KEDA supports multiple services like Kafka, RabbitMQ, Amazon SQS, and others. Here I'm considering the example as RabbitMQ. So we exposed the application through the target port 5672. Then I have the scaled object as well with the host pointing to my local. Okay, as of now it's in my own laptop, and I've set the minimum count and the maximum count the way we set it for the Kubernetes HPA, and the queue length is 5. So after deploying the application, I'm able to open the RabbitMQ console, and when I inject the load using a simple Python script on this particular application, I'll be able to monitor how many requests are coming in, how the queue is responding, how much percentage is getting used, and all these things. So based on this utilization, I'm just trying to understand how it is gonna scale here. So further to this, then I'll be getting on with the real-time environment on the AWS. We'll get the test environment which is running in a particular region, Mumbai South region. We have just put it over there. So there we'll test it, and then we'll go for the production where the Mauritius customers application is running. So we'll keep you posted on more on this KEDA and how it is behaving. If at all KEDA is not the right choice, we'll go back to Kubernetes HPA itself. Thank you.